Ever wondered how to come up with a great business idea? Today I'm going to show you how to do it by using design. Hi, my name is Radona and I define myself a growth designer. I'm focused on optimizing digital product design, like websites, application, landing pages, everything that is digital basically. Today I'm going to guide you through one of my UX strategy case studies, so follow me. This is the cover, basically, that Learn UX Without Feeling Lost, and this is the title of my project. Let's tell you a little bit about this project. I am a content creator. I have also an Instagram page where I share a lot of educational content. So there are a lot of designers that are following me and actually asking me for advices on how to switch career into UX design. So what I noticed is that there are a lot of graphic designers that are trying to switch career into UX design. So I wanted to understand if there was a business opportunity. I conducted some user interviews. I talked with 3 different people. They are graphic designers that are trying to switch career into UX design, and I asked them some questions. I tried to understand their needs, their goals, and their pain points. And so this is how I build my persona. And in the meantime, I was looking at their workflow. So I basically asked them to go and search on how they will learn like UX design, right? Like how will they do it? What will they search for example, or where will they start searching for? So I went through this workflow, and the first thing that came up was that they didn't know where to start from. And that was already a positive feedback, because of course there's an opportunity, right, on how to fix this problem. But before starting, I went through a competitive analysis. So I was trying to understand if there was already a product out there that was, let's say, filling that gap, you know. And actually I found a lot of opportunities where people don't know where to start from. For example, there are a lot of Medium articles, but you know, they are not really well organized. Some courses are too expensive. Energy courses are great, but they are too expensive. Not everyone can afford them. And unfortunately, Interaction Design Foundation, some people are saying that the content looks outdated. So they feel that it's not really authentic. So I was like, hey, we have a problem here, right? So people don't know where to start from, and they don't want to spend much for education, and they don't trust some content out there. So we have an opportunity here. So this is basically my opportunity that I found out from my previous research. Okay, so what do we do next? Next is ideating, okay? This is the design thinking framework. And in this case, I use the how might we. And I focus on 3 different, subjects: how to recommend a path, how to use GPS and location to guide the user for the right path, and how to play matchmaker for career changes. Of course, these ideas are already out there. For example, use GPS and location to guide the user is basically Google Maps, or play matchmaker for career change, that is basically Tinder. So I was trying to ideate and brainstorm on something that is already out there, that is of course not related with UX, but that is doing another job for another thing, right, for another need. And I wanted to understand how I can implement that type of technology or that type of feature, that already is out there, to help graphic designers switch career. Instead of focusing on all these 3 areas, I decided to go with a must-have, list, where I will show a visual map with 1 to 3 steps, a map to guide to show progress, provide a visual map for them like a game board. So I choose the map. So why the map? The map because it helps you figure out where you are and how to get where you want to go. It's a simple and visual way to help people reaching their goals. So for me, this sounds like a perfect way to help people when they feel lost, when they don't know where to start from. Why not using a map, And this is how the UX game was born. So the UX game is an application where users can learn by playing UX design. This app will guide and help people step by step by using an interactive map so they can't get confused about where to start. So basically this is the intro of the product. You see, I didn't show you this in the beginning because first I wanted you to empathize with the user. I wanted to empathize with the person that was going through this problem. So for me in the beginning, it was really important to show you who is the person, what is the problem, and how did I discover that there was an opportunity, okay? So this is where the design starts. Of course, when we design something, we need to test that idea, right? So we need to write it down, we have to create the wireframes, and we need to understand if what we design is okay, if people are actually finding it useful, and if they know how to use it, and if it's actually going to fill that gap, and solve their problem of not getting lost. So I basically started to test the first idea. I made this wireframe in Balsamiq. Balsamiq is a platform where you have components, they are already there. It's actually a great way to test your ideas because you can build it in a few hours. So if you want to test a concept or an idea, I totally recommend you to use components that they are already out there, wireframes, so you don't have to design everything. So why testing ideas? Because I wanted to make sure that my concept and my idea was that I was in the right path, that I was doing the right thing for the users or for the people that were trying to switch career to UX design, if my idea was helping them or my concept. And this is great because actually when you test it early, you really spend less money to implement features that maybe people will not really use. Or maybe your idea doesn't really work out there, so actually you are going to reduce, the cost of production and the design. So I highly recommend you to test your ideas before. A lot of people came, with a lot of insights. They asked me a lot of questions. Basically, they liked the idea, but they were not focusing on, on earning points on the map, because I think that it was straightforward that they didn't even saw that as a main feature. What they really needed was a guidance, why do I need points for example? So I didn't explain that. So in the next, iteration, I implemented an onboarding, some onboarding screens just to tell them what the product is about, how they can use it, and how it works. So, of course, I conducted this interview with other 3 users, and the thing that I noticed here, for example, was that people want to spend less time, learning. They love, the concept of learning and playing together, but the practice was missing. So there are a lot of courses out there that actually are giving you a lot of basics and knowledge, but it's really theoretic. So I saw that the people that I interviewed, they really wanted to practice. This is I think what is missing today. And since this was an app idea, someone told me that I will use an app for quick learning. So for something that you need more time to learn about, people prefer to learn that on desktop, and for quick learnings, applications are fine. So I found actually new ideas by conducting this user interview, and so basically I saw that there was actually there were more opportunities to implement to this idea and concept. And of course there is still some research that you can do, and iterations, and this is not finished. This is just a concept idea. And last but not least, what I show here is the business opportunity, right? So how much will the company earn from this idea, from this concept? And this is basically let's say, a calculation that I did based on the labor statistics, that the data that is out there. You can go and do some research for your user group and try to see if there is actually a business opportunity as well. So thank you for your attention. This is my last slide. I hope you like this presentation. I hope you like my process of how to come up with concept and ideas for new business opportunities, and of course opportunities for us human beings to live our life in a better way and to learn faster, and maybe guided by a map. If you want to continue this project by yourself, you are free to do that. I'm happy if you want to share with me, if you continue to do something about it. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.